Hello everyone, welcome back to Rebel TV. Wolverhampton Wanderers nil, Manchester United one. What a game! What a game! We struggled for most of the game to break down that Wolverhampton Wanderers defense. But and we finally did it in the 76th minute, I believe, courtesy of Marcus Rashford. What a run of form he's having. First time he scored three consecutive goals for Manchester United in games since 2019 to 2020 season, and that was the season where he was like one of the best players in the Premier League for 2 or 3 months. So yeah, fantastic. Of course, huge shout out to David De Gea for making two absolute world class saves to prevent us from conceding yet another clean sheet. Only five away now. He's only five clean sheets away, becoming Manchester United's all time clean sheet leader. So yeah, overall, I think. I mean, right. So, I would say we were better than Wolves, but not by much. I would say in the second half we were probably better than the first half, and I think a lot of that was because I think Rashford was on for Garnacho. Garnacho should have scored that chance where he was true to courtesy of because of a mistake from a Wolves player. Garnacho should have scored that. I think Anthony could have done better with that header, but I'm not bad. No, actually, I don't think he could have. To be honest, because I mean he's not the best header of the ball. Our defense was rock solid. Rafael Varane and Luke Shaw having yet another fantastic game as a centre-back partnership. Fullback, I would say, were pretty good as well. Midfield, I would say Casemiro was good, but as usual, pretty good. Eriksen, it's also in this game today. Could have, I think the substitution playing out right for Eriksen was the right one because I just think we needed a bit more tenacity, a bit more energy, a bit more. Uh, we needed it someone who could win the ball back better than Eriksen and Fred as a player who can do that better. Bruno didn't have his best game, but made the winning pass to Rashford. I don't think I kind of assist, but he did. He was involved with the goal, and I suppose he was actually okay. I guess Anthony, I would say he was a bit better than he was against Forest, but not by much. Martial just couldn't get in the game. They didn't create any chances for him. We just didn't get him in the game enough. And Garnacho, of course, apart from the chance he had where he was good, didn't really do much else. He did too. I mean, he was good at tracking back, but I'm not gonna highly praise a player for tracking back because that should be mandatory. But yeah, overall, I mean, Wolves were pretty decent. I mean, they were very well organized defensively, and it was stressful trying to see us break down, seeing us try to break down that defense. But we finally did it. The attack wasn't that bad either. I mean, of course, they had a free kick. They had the chance with a corner, but from open play, they didn't really create a whole lot of chances. So I mean, and of course, credit has to be given to our defense for that. So yeah, I think let's get to the play ratings. I'll just get it up in a moment. Of course, now we have Bournemouth next, which I would expect a comfortable win against Bournemouth. Yeah, so. And right, so what the hell? It's not loaded yet. The hell? Oh, my bad. That's the wrong article. Wait, what? Where is? Oh, there it is. My bad. Right. So in goal, David De Gea. I mean, eight. I mean, now you know what? Should I have a match? I'm not sure. Okay, I'll start it later. But he was superb, so good. He didn't even have much to do during the game. But when he was called upon, he made fantastic saves. That Neves free kick, Neves is such a good free kick taker, and he's got a bullet of a shot on him. But and Neves, he couldn't have hit that free kick any better. It was just a better save from De Gea, and that save from De Gea towards the end, world class. Never De Gea, he was a hero. He was one of two heroes of Manchester United today. Wan-Bissaka, gotta give him a 7. Had a pretty good game. Defensively solid. I think he was a bit lackluster going forward at times, but overall he was good defensively, and he wasn't terrible going forward, so I'll give him a 7. Varane, I'll give him an 8. Rock solid performance from Varane, winning headers, creating the ball, making tackles, making blocks. fantastic defensive performance from our World Cup winning defender, Rafael Varane. Luke Shaw, give him a 7. Wasn't quite on the level of Varane, but was not flawed off. Like a left centre back again. It seems to be a position that works for him right now. It's a good. He's been playing pretty well there. But I'm happy. I still think we should sign a centre back because I think Luke Shaw, long term, he will be our left back. So I still think we should just sign another centre back so that someone can do what Luke Shaw is doing right now and filling in that gap when Sandro is not available. Probably Fran's not available. Like what, like someone like Timber who could come in and do a job for us when Varane and Martinez are not properly match fit. But yeah, Luke Shaw overall was fantastic today, and he even got forward towards the end of the game when we were fairly started breaking down. Like the 70th minute, like he broke forward a few times, and I mean he is a fullback, he is a left back, and he is pretty good going forward, so it did make sense. So it was a bit risky because he's a centre back, and that would mean that Varane would be the only centre back at the back. But I suppose it was just you could say it paid off. Malacia 7. Good game, similar to Wan-Bissaka, but I would say he was a bit better going forward than Wan-Bissaka, but a bit worse defensively. But I would still say he was pretty good defensively. So, and he was better than Wan-Bissaka going forward. So I would say he had a slightly better game than Wan-Bissaka, but I would still give him a 7. Casemiro, 7 as well. They give him a 7. It wasn't amount of mass performance from Casemiro, to be honest. I don't think it was. But he was still very good at running the ball back and making passes and all that stuff. I'll give him a net. Making tackles and passing the ball forward, defending the back forward well. He was so good. And we didn't dominate the midfield today, but I would still say Casemiro had a fantastic game. Eriksen 6. Wasn't really a great game from Eriksen. This wasn't his day. Just couldn't really get into the game. Bruno 6. Yeah. I mean, we got a win in the end. Bruno was involved in the goal at the end, but I still think he could have done a bit better. I don't think it was a fantastic performance by Bruno. I think he was meh. He wasn't great. He was better than Eriksen, but not by much. So yeah, Anthony, I guess a 5 to be honest. I mean, again another bit of a lackluster game from him, I guess. There were a few times where I saw some good things from him. He was tracking back well, put a few good crosses in, I think. Had a chance with the header. Kind of didn't take off much else. Sanchez just couldn't get into the game. Garnacho, same thing, 5. I don't think he was better than Anthony, to be honest. I should have scored that chance when he was 2-1-1, which Jose saw, and we track back. But again, as I said, I won't be highly praising players for tracking back because that's what I expected to do. So yeah, 5 for Garnacho. Martial 5 as well. Like a front four, and Eriksen just didn't have good games apart from Rashford. They just didn't have good games to play. So yeah, I think it just proves why we need to sign on a forward in January, because right now I don't think our front four is our front line is good enough to get top four. I don't think our overall attack is good enough to get top 4 right now. Martial just couldn't get in the game. It wasn't really his fault, to be honest. Just didn't get any chances for them to get him in the game. So yeah, Marcus Rashford 7. It's 8 because that goal alone was just so important, and he scored another one. It was very unlucky. I still think it should have been listed out because it was a handball, in my opinion. I mean, it touches his hand and then goes into the back of the net, and yet it might have touched his chest in the process, but at the end of the day, it still touched his hand and went in. So yeah, I would say I was right decision, but I mean, it was really unlucky. I mean, if we just put his hand a bit, like it was kind of like this. If we just put it like this, a bit far wide, a bit more far out wide, like probably if I his chest into the back of the net. But he was judged to score that, and he was very excited to score that. But he was very excited with the chance, and just I suppose it's kind of slipped his mind that could have been a handball. So yeah, but still fantastic, Marcus Rashford. He's on fire at the moment. Hopefully, he continues his form. And yeah, Reds 6. Solid job, not bad from Fred. Didn't really had a really good game. Not a great game, but like he was decent. I think he was. I think it's the correct substitution by Tanang for sure. Van de Beek 6. Don't think he was terrible. Had a good pass he made one good pass inside the box, then another one, he couldn't really get it. Then he got another chance, the same play, but that one didn't really work out as well. I think Van de Beek could be a future to us, because he actually was going to bring on Van de Beek. The substitution was made after the goal, but he decided to bring on Van de Beek before the goal. So that just shows that Ten Hag wanted to bring Van de Beek on so that we could score. So that shows that Ten Hag does believe in Donny Van de Beek, which is good. And I do think he has a future here as our backup number 10. He could come in and do a job as a 10, and I think he would be pretty good for us in that position in games where Bruno wasn't really having a good game or in games where he's not much it. Harry Maguire, barely came on the pitch, 6. Anthony Elanga, 6, barely on the pitch, 6 for time wasting, I think. Ten Hag, 7. Good performance from Ten Hag. Solid, managed the game solid, good solid management of the game. I think the substitutions were spot on. I think he brought on Maguire so that he could win aerial battles. Because I think he knew that Wolves were probably gonna aim for corners, and Maguire probably would have helped rest of the corners. So that makes sense. I think Elanga was just for time wasting though. But Ten Hag, the substitution of Fred for Eriksen's spot, in my opinion. I think putting on Garnacho was the correct decision. So in my opinion, overall he managed the game well. So I am happy with Ten Hag. Man of the match is a bit of a tough one because no one was absolutely world class today, but players just quite good games. I think I'll give it to Varane. He was good. He was really good. And we got a clean sheet as well. You know what? No, I'll give it to De Gea. When called upon, world class saves. I'll actually give it to De Gea. Give it to De Gea. Rashford. He did score. I get that. He scored a match-winning goal. Very unlucky to not have 2 goals, to not have scored 2 goals. I get that. So yeah, 41% for Rashford. So yeah, next up we have Bournemouth, and wait, where the hell is my forecast idea? No, Espanyol just equalized against Barcelona and the Catalan derby. Joselu with a penalty. He scored from the spot. He scored a penalty. Red card as well for Barca. Yeah, second yellow card for Jordi Alba. Red card for Jordi Alba. Bad news for Barca. That's, of course, right now in terms of the league table, we did pretty good right now in terms of the league table because right now we're actually ahead of Spurs. Wait, what? Spurs lose or something? No, they still have a game to play. But right now we've played the same amount of games as Spurs and we're ahead of them by 2 points, which means we're technically in the top 4. But Spurs will still play Villa tomorrow, and if they win that game, then be ahead of us by 1 point. But if they even draw that game, they'll be 1 point behind us. So the chances we could end this match day at this in the top 4, which would be good for us, of course. And still have the 4-point gap between Liverpool, and that's good. We're holy shit, we're 8 points ahead of Chelsea. Well, it's 5 because they are technically 5 because they have a game in hand. Damn, Brighton 5 and they have a game in hand. Well, yeah. So City play Everton, of course, today. If hypothetically if they lose that, it probably won't happen. But hypothetically, if they lose that, will be 3 points off them then. Hopefully lose that game. Pretty unlikely, unfortunately. Pretty unlikely. And Arsenal are going to play Brighton as well today, and Babacom and that. Probably hypothetically lose that, and will be 11 points off them. Sorry, no, it will be 8 points off them. So a lot of hypotheticals there. But yeah, what matters is that right now we're in the top 4. With the same amount of games played as Spurs, but if Spurs they might be ahead of us, but they would have played an extra game. So yeah, that's that. So yeah. Who do we play next? We play Bournemouth. We play them 3rd of January for all of you lot, 4th January for me. So they're gonna have to stay up to 1:30 for the game. Yeah. It's at Old Trafford. So yeah, Bournemouth haven't really been that good this season, have they? Their defense is not really been that good. We have 3 with kept a clean sheet this season. They have 1 against Brentford, 1 against Wolves. They've only Wait, sorry, wait, what? Wait. Uh, no, they have. Okay. But still, I think we can definitely beat that side. I mean, look at this. I mean, they have Keith Moore. He's okay. Uh, Solanke is fine. Um, the hell? Ledma's okay. I mean, I don't have any players who I would go, wow, they're fantastic players. Oh, David Brooks is good. Oh, yeah, he recovered from cancer, of course. That's fantastic. Of course, David Brooks, what a story for him. He recovered from cancer and he's playing football still. Incredible, incredible. He fought cancer and he came out on top against cancer. Victorious against cancer. Still alive. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic, of course. Billings okay. I mean, I have players I would say are okay, but none of them are really good. So yeah. I think I'll end enough there. Hope we can get 3 points against Bournemouth. And then who do we have then? Do we have Charlton or something? We have Charlton next, or do we have the FA Cup game against Everton? Okay, then on the 6th, for you lot, for most of you lot, and for a lot of you lot probably, and 7th for me, face off against Everton. And on the 11th, or 10th for you, for most of you lot, but 11 for me, might face off against Charlton. But yeah, it's 3 games in a row where I have to stay up till 1:30 to watch us play. That's rough for me. And then, of course, the huge Manchester derby, the 14th of January on Neil's birthday. Hopefully, his birthday magic will give us the win. Yeah. So, yeah. Exciting lineup there. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, off today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe if you're new. Turn on post notifications to be notified when we upload our next video. And yeah, thanks so much for watching.